So here we are at the house. You can see autumn's in full swing. It's a beautiful maple there. And here's the front. Here's the gate. Let's go in. Oh, all sorts of birds. Dear. That one flew by so fast I didn't see what it was. I tried making a film yesterday. It didn't work. I had knocked the auto rotate off, and then I spent most of it with my finger in front of the lens, yakking away, not really paying attention to what we're doing. So yeah, there's the gate closed, little carport there, and two beautiful Japanese white lilacs greet you as you come down the path. Hubby brushed up all the leaves here. There was a lot more on the path, and that is set to continue. So down the side here, we'll go this way. We'll go this way for a change. Got some rose bushes down here. You might be able to make out some rose hips there. Or hostas. This is actually the west side of the garden. And here is a grapevine, a Concord grape. There you go. Yeah. Don, my father-in-law, gets a lot of grapes off this. And they make fabulous juice, and we've been drinking it all on him. We'll leave him a little bit. But it is absolutely delicious. Yeah, served nice and cold. That's an established vine. It's been here for a few decades anyway, since before Don and his late wife, Sylvia, bought the property. Got a showy crab right there. Those aren't edible, apparently. And this, wow, this is some kind of a walking cane bush. I don't know what that's called. I asked him the other day, and I can't remember what he said. Yeah. So then we have, not sure what that is. These are just some perennial beds here. All of this landscaping was done by Don and his wife Sylvia. An oak tree. Up. Pretty young, but it grows quick. It goes up. Yeah. That's Alberta dwarf spruce, which may end up getting taken out. Don is in the throes of fire smarting his property, and the conifers will have to go, as they are a fire hazard in this area. It's heavily forested, and deciduous trees are preferred for near buildings, property, that may cause injury to life and limb and a loss of abode and increased insurance costs, of course. Yeah. There's another one. She's probably going to have to come out, but we can replace those by some nice shrubs and maybe even some more fruit trees. Dawn has quite a few kicking around. There's the woodpile, a little forest there. And here's this. I don't know what this is, actually. We did take a... Oops, I just stepped into the hole where the lilac was that my husband took out yesterday. There's lovely Japanese maple. And here's the pond. Sorry for the wibbling wobbling. I'll stabilize this when I go to save it. Some rhododendron there right ahead in front of that window. And a beautiful deck that is just a delight to sit on when it's raining out. And you can just gaze over the pond. It's another kind of vine. Again, I don't know what this one is. I've got a lot to learn here. A lot. Some nice calla lilies in buckets. And these amazing lilies here, we don't know what they're called, but they bloom in the autumn. Maybe somebody could help me out with this one. I don't know what these are. Just amazing. Let's take a walk around to the back of the house. So we're on the east side of the yard now. This is the little garden shed. That's where all the tools are. We put some shelves up there when we first got here, just to get everything organized and all in one place. A lot of stuff had been in the garage before that, so there's lots more room in the garage now, which has a wonderful shop in it. Don and his son, my husband, are both tradesmen, so as am I. I'm also a tradesman, but it's really nice to have a shop. Yeah, there's a mountain ash, eh? That's a big tree. These other trees on the other side of the fence, obviously that's the property line, so they're backing onto the property. There's a small alley where we found some bear scat yesterday with lots of apple seeds in it, as you can only imagine. Bears do love apples, and there is an apple tree down the lane, and it's cider apple tree. It doesn't stop them from eating them. So this is our little back porch area here. This is where we'll do our barbecuing, and we can sit down and have meals here. Of course, it's the end of the year, so all the plants have been taken out, and now here is the north side of the house. I thought I heard thunder there. I might have, I might not have. This is the heather bed. Sylvia planted this, and it's just gorgeous. The problem is, of course, with the fire smarting, it may have to be moved. But there's lots of places to move it to here, so it won't be lost. Very pretty. And at the back, just in front of the shed, there are the blueberry and raspberry bushes. My husband cleaned up, there's a holly bush by that garage, that white garage there. He cleaned up all the growth that was going through the fence. And that is a cherry tree. Beautiful cherries. We make pies and all sorts of stuff out of that. Dawn makes juice with cherries too. There's these beautiful hydrangeas. And there's a plum tree, which, despite its small size, really produces tons and tons of delicious purple plums. And Dawn's freezer is full of them now. And this is the raised beds, which have been mostly harvested now. There's a few herbs. And that long row just behind Rudy, the skeleton there, that little bed of dirt, that was the potato bed this year. And Don has covered his raspberry canes up with straw. We get a lot of snow here, like a lot, like meters. And some of those shrubs in the front that I showed you will have to be covered with little rooftops, to stop the weight of the snow crushing down on them and breaking them. And little Rudy there, well, he's just waiting for Halloween. Aren't we all? Thanks for joining me.